The Senate will please come to order. We do not have a devotional today, so I'll invite senators to join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you. Are there any announcements before we get started? The senator from Franklin is recognized. Senator, kindly unmute. There you are.
Yep, just give me 1 second. Sorry.
Oh, ho, ho.
So, Madam President, I rise on a point of personal privilege. I'd like to introduce all of you virtually to the newest member of the Parent family. Sophie Dorothea Parent, a beautiful, healthy baby girl, joined our family on the morning of October 18th. Her mother is doing well. Her big brother is smitten by her, and she already has her dad wrapped around her finger. So join me in welcoming Sophie to our family.
We also welcome Sophie to the virtual chambers. The senator from Windham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask that the senator's remarks, the senator from Franklin County, please be journalized.
Thank you, Senator. Are there any other announcements?
Vote.
That was a motion, as I understand. So we will need a vote. The senator from Windham has moved that the senator from Franklin's remarks be included in the journal or journalized. Are you ready for the question? Kindly unmute. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it. I believe that was an aye. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. And the remarks of the senator from Franklin will be included in the journal. Are there any other announcements this afternoon? Seeing none, hearing none, we have 8 Senate bills for introduction. S192, an act relating to creditable service for temporary state employment, introduced by Senators Clarkson, Hooker, Lyons, Polina, and Ron Hinsdale. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S192, an act relating to credibility services for temporary state employment.
You've heard the first reading of the bill, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Government Operations. S193, an act relating to strategies for reducing prescription drug costs for Vermonters, introduced by Senator Lyons. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S193, an act relating to strategies for reducing prescription drug costs for Vermonters.
The bill has been read for the first time and is referred to the Committee on Health and Welfare. S194, an act relating to peer-operated respite centers, introduced by Senator Hooker and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S194, an act relating to peer-operated respite centers.
You've heard the first reading of the bill, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Health and Welfare. S195, an act relating to the certification of mental health peer support specialists, introduced by Senator Hooker and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S195, an act relating to the certification of mental health peer support specialists.
You've heard the first reading, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Health and Welfare. S196, an act relating to relocation assistance, tuition assistance, and loan repayment for dental professionals, introduced by Senator Hooker and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S196, an act relating to relocation assistance, tuition assistance, and loan repayment for dental professionals.
You've heard the first reading, and the bill is also referred to the Committee on Health and Welfare. S197, an act relating to the Coordinated Mental Health Crisis Response Working Group, introduced by Senator Lyons. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S197, an act relating to the Coordinated Mental Health Crisis Response Working Group.
You've heard the first reading of the bill, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Health and Welfare. S-198, an act relating to the Diaper Need Working Group, introduced by Senators Lyons, Hooker, and Rom Hinsdale. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S-198, an act relating to the Diaper Need Working Group.
You've heard the first reading, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Health and Welfare. And finally, S-199, an act relating to establishing criminal penalties for unemployment insurance fraud, introduced by Senators Brock, Clarkson, Ingalls, and Terenzini. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S-199, an act relating to establishing criminal penalties for unemployment insurance fraud.
You've heard the first reading, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Judiciary. Do you believe this now brings us to the orders of the day? The senator from Windham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. At this time, I move that the rules be suspended to take up S-172 off the notice calendar for action today.
The senator from Windham has moved that the rules be suspended and S-172 be taken off the notice calendar and taken up for immediate action. Are you ready for the question? Kindly unmute. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've suspended the rules and will now take up S-192 for immediate action. We have on the calendar for immediate action S-192, an act relating to authorizing, excuse me, the senator from, I see two hands risen. The senator from Windham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. It's actually S-172.
Excuse me, yes, S-172, an act relating to authorizing alternative procedures for 2022 annual municipal meetings in response to COVID-19. It was referred to the Committee on Government Operations, which reports it has considered the bill and that the bill be amended as appears on page 64 of today's calendar, and that when so amended, the bill ought to pass. Please listen to the second reading of S-172.
S-172, an act relating to authorizing alternative procedures for 2022 annual municipal meetings in response to COVID-19.
The senator from Rutland, Senator Collmore, is recognized for the report of the Committee on Government Operations.
Thank you, Madam President. Earlier today, the Senate Secretary sent a link to the bill as introduced and also a link to page 64 in today's calendar. And there are two amendments that we are going to be offering. May I speak to the underlying bill and also those amendments, Madam President?
You may, Senator.
Thank you. This bill mirrors what we all supported to allow last year with the same provisions and will, in essence, simply extend the same authority with respect to town meetings for 2022 only. In section 1, the section establishes that the General Assembly's findings, purpose, and intent. The findings section states that the continued spread of the COVID-19 virus continues to be a concern for municipalities holding their annual meetings. This includes town meetings and the annual meetings of school districts. Despite taking steps to provide permanent authority for municipalities to mail ballots to all active registered voters of the town, the General Assembly does find that not all issues related to the 2022 annual meetings have been resolved. Specifically, municipalities that have decided to retain the custom of floor voting do not have options at the moment for conducting a safe 2002 annual meeting. Accordingly, the purpose and intent of this bill is to permit the legislative body of a municipality to either or both apply Australian ballot voting to the 2022 annual meeting or move the annual meeting to a date later in the year of 2022. Section 2 outlines the temporary authority for those meetings. Subsection A notwithstands the provision of law that requires the voters of municipalities and school districts to approve Australian ballot voting and permits the legislative body of a municipality to apply Australian balloting for the 2022 meeting. Subsection B permits municipalities to hold their informational hearings through electronic means. These are the informational hearings that are be permitted to be held in the days immediately preceding the annual meeting. Any municipality that chooses to hold these hearings electronically must use technology that permits the attendance of the public through electronic or other means, allow the public access to the hearing by telephone, post information on how the public may access meetings electronically, and shall include this information in the meeting agenda, and record any public informational hearing. Subsection C authorizes in the year 2022 any municipality to move the date of the annual meeting to a date later in the year, and specifically calls out the town of Brattleboro to hold the representative annual town meeting by electronic means. Brattleboro, you may remember, is given specific authority because it is the only town in Vermont that has adopted the representative town meeting model of municipal government. The town meeting is conducted with specific representatives who can be identified for purposes of remote voting. Subsection D provides that any municipality that moves the date, the municipal officers would continue to serve until that meeting can be held. Subsection E provides temporary authority to the Secretary of State to suspend election requirements in order to ensure that municipalities can use the authority granted by this act. Now I will address the two amendments that the committee has added. One of them corrects an error in the findings and intent section, and the second adds a subsection F to clarify and expressly state that the general law concerning the permanent transition to Australian balloting still applies. Under Title 17, a floor vote municipality must meet and hold a floor vote in order to transition to Australian ballot voting. Subsection F states that the general law still applies and a municipality is not permitted to use temporary Australian ballot authority to permanently transition to Australian ballot voting. We heard from VLCT Representatives Karen Horn and Gwen Zakoff, also the Secretary of State Jim Kondos and Deputy Secretary of State Chris Winters. Both fully support this effort again this year. The committee vote was 5-0-0, and we ask the full Senate to concur. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the Senate amend the bill as recommended by the Committee on Government Operations? Are you ready for the question? Kindly unmute. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've amended the bill as recommended by the Committee on Government Operations. The question now is, shall the bill be read the third time? Are you ready for the question? The senator from Windham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Just briefly, I just want to thank the chair of the Committee of Government Operations for moving this so quickly through her committee. It was a key bill that we needed to move quickly to get this ready for our town. So thank you very much. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Are you ready for the question? Please unmute. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've passed S 172. The senator from Windham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Pending announcements, I move that the Senate stand in adjournment until 1 p.m.
Do you want to do it all the way through or just a second?
Oh,
So you want to do all the meeting stages? Then that was-
Madam President, I thank the Senate Secretary. At this time, I move that the Senate move 172 through all remaining stages of passage.
believe the motion is to suspend the rules and to message to the House
No.
Third reading.
We have done third reading.
We have to suspend the rules to put it in all remaining stages.
Stages of passage. The Senator from Wyndham has moved that the rules be suspended and S-172 be placed in all remaining stages of passage. Are you ready for the question? Kindly unmute. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've suspended the rules and placed S-172 in all remaining stages of passage. We now have for third reading S-172. Please listen to the third. Are there any amendments before third reading? Seeing none, hearing none, please listen to the third reading of S-172.
S-172, an act relating to authorizing alternative procedures for 2022 annual municipal meetings in response to COVID-19.
The question now is, shall the bill pass? Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've passed S-172. The senator from Wyndham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. At this time, I ask that the rules be suspended and we message our actions on 172 to the House forthwith.
Thank you. The senator from Wyndham has moved that the rules be suspended and S-172 be messaged to the House forthwith. Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've suspended the rules and messaged S-172 to the House forthwith. Believe this concludes the orders of the day. The senator from Wyndham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. At this time, I ask that the Senate stand in adjournment until 1 p.m. Thursday, January 6th.
The senator from Wyndham has moved that subject to any announcements, the Senate do adjourn until Thursday, January 6th at 1 p.m. Are there any announcements? The senator from Addison, Senator Bray, is recognized.
Senate Natural Resources and Energy will meet tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Thank you. The senator from Bennington, Senator Campion, is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Education will meet 10 minutes after the governor's address this afternoon. I also just want to take a moment to wish Senator Pearson, our good friend and colleague, a very happy birthday.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Senator Pearson. The senator from Washington is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Finance will meet at 1:30 for a brief kind of introductory meeting.
Thank you. Are there any additional announcements? The senator from Caledonia is recognized.
Saw two hands up, Madam President.
The junior senator.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate institutions will be meeting about 10 minutes after the conclusion of the governor's remarks today.
Thank you. And the senior senator from Caledonia.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Appropriations will meet 15 minutes after the governor's State of the State address. Thank you.
Thank you. The senator from Wyndham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Government Operations is scheduled to meet at 3:15 or 15 minutes after the governor's address.
Thank you. The senator from Windsor is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to continue the birthday celebration, partly because he did a rockin' job on VPR, as did our pro tem, as did our minority leader. Thank you all for your illuminating remarks. But today, lots happened on this day, in addition to our senator's birth. And celebrating with him was, they discovered things like the dwarf on this day. They discovered the dwarf planet Iris, and Waiting for Godot premiered in Paris. Oh my gosh. And Bruce Springsteen's first premiere album was released today, which you all remember. Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. I know somebody here from New Jersey who remembers it clearly. and the construction on the Golden Gate Bridge began. Also, people who share this birthday, very important other Canadians that I'm sure the senator knows about, but he shares this birthday with John Manley, one of Canada's great leaders, and with Alvin Ailey, Robert Duvall, and Bradley Cooper. So thank you, Senator Pearson, for being born on this incredible day, and lucky you to share it with all these events and other luminaries. We're glad you're our luminary. Happy birthday.
Wow.
Are there any other announcements before I make an announcement on behalf of the Committee on Committees? On behalf of the Committee on Committees, the following senators have been named to different committees and boards. To the Senate Committee on Reapportionment, Senator White, Senator Collmore, Senator Clarkson, Senator Starr, Senator Pearson, Senator Perchlik, and Senator Brock. To the Joint Public Pension Oversight Committee, Senator Kitchell, Senator Hooker, and Senator Parent. And to the Vermont Access Board, Senator McCormick. Are there any additional announcements? The senator from Windham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Just to remind folks, join Assembly this afternoon to hear the remarks of the governor, the State of the State, at 2 p.m. So look for that link, and we'll see you there.
The senator from Windham has moved the Senate adjourn until Thursday, January 6th at 1 p.m. Are you ready for the question? Kindly unmute. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it.